Hare Krishna. So, in the last session, we had 20th verse of the 16th chapter. In the first 6 verses, Krishna introduced the divine and the demoniac, and from 7 to 20, he elaborated in great detail the demoniac nature. So now we are coming to the last section where Krishna is going to speak about what is the result of following the demoniac nature or the mode of passion and ignorance, the lower modes, if we fall prey to that. And also, what is the consequence or how to get out of that? That is also described. So, the essence of this 4 verses 21 to 24, Krishna warns that lust, anger and greed are the 3 root qualities that lead one to hell. It's like a royal, pathway to hell, highway. Such hellish planets are not eternal prisons for the errant soul, but places of reformation where stern lessons help one realign their vision. In some religion, we hear about this word eternal damnation. That in one life, if you did not surrender, that means eternally you will be cast in hell. You will burn in the hell forever. And that seems little unjust. How just for one mistake in one life, somebody can be put eternally into burning fire. So here, this understanding is given, yes, as Krishna explained in the 19th and 20th verse, that repeatedly he puts them in the demoniac species. Eventually they become in the lowest species, where practically they are so much in ignorance, they have no understanding of who they are, because that Krishna is fulfilling the desire for them to lord it over nature in a very, very gross way. We see sometimes worms, in the dirty waters. What kind of an existence is that? Really hellish. But then some kind of a conditioning is given so that even within that you are trying to think of how I can become happy here. That's the conditioning. That's why we call it soul as a conditioned soul. They are conditioned to think in a particular way. Suddenly, if a person is put into such a situation, he'll die immediately. But when it is gradually coming to that situation, they kind of come to accommodate that. Many years ago, I was sent to serve in one school for destitute children. And I had no money, I was just asked to go and serve there. And I went there, and the person who main in charge who was supposed to accompany me, he was to come after some time, after a few days. and I landed up there. And I went down and they were saying some prayers. Children, stinking. The whole place was stinking. Like a pig's sty. Very, somehow I controlled myself. First time I almost felt like just kind of vomiting it out. But then somehow I controlled. I said, if these people can live, I can also live. And I saw them, they were about to take lunch. So they were saying some prayers and, they were doing something, from the plate they were kind of putting something on the side. And I kind of went closer and saw there were some worms and they were taking it out as they were saying the prayers from the rice. And they were supposed to serve the dal. Dal was basically water, yellow water. And I just sat there. 2 days went by. I couldn't take any food there. And the morning breakfast was tea and one kind of, what do you call it, bun? Huh? No, it's like a pav. Yeah, it's called bun, roundish shape. So they would give me that and chai. So chai I wouldn't take. But I didn't want to tell them I'm going there to serve, so I just kept quiet. I would take some water and take that bun, that's all. And lunch I would come and sit with, I'm supposed to eat there along with them. And 2-3 days I just couldn't do anything. And I was thinking what to do, alternative. And the 4th day, I decided if they can eat and survive and I'm supposed to be serving them, I should also be there. I will also probably survive. And I sat there and with great difficulty I also, as they were chanting their prayers, I was also doing, removing those things, and they were boiling it and it became, so, and then put the dal and couldn't eat much, but within 15 days, I was one among them. And when that main person came, he was shocked. What nonsense is this? I said, Maharaj, you should have come before. You only told. You sent me and I didn't know what to do. I had no money. I am supposed to. But the reason why I am trying to tell, of course he went and there was a big reformation, and within 1 or 2 months it was, sparkling clean. All the stench went away. A lot of struggle. But the point I am trying to make is how over a period of time a person can easily become conditioned. Conditioned. That's what hell is. What is hell according to the Bhagavatam conception? It's like an immediate lockup. As soon as the person is caught, they are put in the immediate police lockup and just thrashed up. And then they wait there for the judgment. And after the judgment, according to their activity, they are given imprisonment for some duration. So similarly, hell is a place where preparation for your next body is made. If I have to become a hog in my next life according to my activities, hog means eating stool. If I try to do that, I will die. So therefore, you are put in a situation where gradually you are conditioned to adjust. And as soon as you get adjusted, you get a suitable kind of a body. And now you go. Suitable kind of belly to digest all that. Suitable kind of senses. Suitable kind of physical structure. Go now. How is it otherwise Some people can easily survive, or some living entities can survive in places we can't even imagine. Can't survive even for a few days. Conditioning, it's all conditioning. So, according to this, such hellish planets are not eternal prisons for the errant soul, but places of reformation where stern lessons help one realign their vision. For one who wants to avoid such shock treatment, this was really a shock treatment, isn't it? The scripture act as a guidebook for gradual purification and ultimate perfection. The last two verses speak about that. How to get out from the sure path to hell if we continue acting whimsically without caring for the injunctions of the scriptures. They recommend a regulated lifestyle by which one can easily transform selfishness to selflessness, from lust to love, and quarrel into cooperation. So, we will discuss that now. This is text number 21. Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nasanamatmanah kamah krodhas tatha lobhas tasmad etat-trayam tyajet. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. So Krishna is telling, Trividham matlab तीन प्रकार के. Trividham narakasya idam dwaram. Highway, express highway to hell. Trividham narakasya idam dwaram nashanam atmanah. Degradation of the soul. Atmahano janaha. There are two types of suicide. One type of suicide is giving up the body. Another type of suicide is giving up the soul. Impersonal philosophy is like that. You want to lose your existence, merge into nothingness. That's also spiritual suicide. Ishopanishad calls it Atmahano Jana. And actually, by constantly acting in the lower modes, we constantly degrade ourselves into the lowest species for millions of lifetimes. Because once you go down, gradual progress is there. If you go to the lowest species, Jalaja Navalakshani, Sthavara Lakshavimshati, Karmeyo Rudra Samkhyayam, Pakshinam Dashalakshava, Trimshal Lakshani Pashava, Chatur Lakshani Manava. 84 lakh species. If you go down, it's not that suddenly you come up like this. Then you have to go slowly. If you're put here, you have to gradually go. If you become a tree, some trees last 5,000 years. Imagine a tree called sequoia tree in the West stands for 5,000 years lifespan. Imagine you get one tree's life, 5,000 years gone. Standing naked. Sometimes snow, sometimes heat, sometimes rain, sometimes wind. And you just have to face. Of course, there is no even feeling. Consciousness is so dulled. But it is, in one sense, from our perspective, it's hellish. If we are asked to stand like that in the sun and the storm, it's very, very hellish. So, Nashanam Atmanaha. Trividham Narakasyedam Dwaram Nashanam. And what are the Trividham Narakasya Dwaram? Which is the pathway to hell? Kamaha, lust. Krodhaha, anger. and lobha, greed. Kamaha, krodha, tatha lobha, tasmat, therefore, etad trayam, these three things, tyajet, one should give it up. If you don't give it up, then it is a pathway to hell. In the third chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 36-37 I think, Arjuna asks Krishna a question. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजित. अथ केन प्रयुक्त, किस चीज से प्रयुक्त होकर हे कृष्ण पापम चरति पुरुषः, आई नो इट इज सिंफुल बट आई कांट स्टॉप इट. अनिच्छन्नपि, आई हैव नो डिजायर, आई डोंट वांट टू डू इट, आई नो द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलाद इव नियोजित, बलपूर्वक मैं खींचा जाता हूं. Like a string, like a puppet, I am helplessly pulled by these strings to perform activities which are not beneficial for me. In fact, they are not helpful at all. And Krishna says, Kamayesha krodhayesha rajoguna samudbhava. It is kama, it is lust only, Arjun, which, if not fulfilled, turns into anger. तेरे मेरे बीच में कैसा है ये बंधन? Here is a lusty person and here is an object of lust. And I want you to try. Anyone who comes in between becomes the force of my anger. Because something is stopping me from enjoying the way I want. So that becomes the object of our anger. So when lust is unfulfilled, lust becomes anger. That's why anger is called Kamanuja. Anuja, just like Lakshmana is called Ramanuja, Ram's younger brother. Where Ram goes, invariably Lakshmana follows. That is why, similarly, anger is called Kamanuja. Wherever lust goes, anger follows. If lust is not fulfilled, then you become angry. So sometimes people ask, how to overcome anger? Now, lust does not mean simply lusty after, gross lust after some woman or a man. No. Lust means trying to control, trying to enjoy anything. But we are not the enjoyer. Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam gyatva mam shanti mrichati. We lose our peace when we think we are the enjoyer. We are not. Krishna is the enjoyer. We have to cooperate with his enjoyment. So, when lust means to enjoy separately from the Lord. So when you want to separately enjoy from the Lord, and if it is not going to be fulfilled, invariably, when it is not fulfilled, you become angry. If it is fulfilled, you become greedy. You want more. Because it's like putting ghee in the fire. One time, one devotee asked one preacher, he said, Prabhuji, there is a philosophy. If you put big ghee, then the fire will be put off. I know some fire is there. Some little fire is there. You put little drop by drop, it will, turn into a blaze. But if you put 10 kilo ghee on top of it, it will get put off, isn't it? So there is some philosophy, sambhog se samadhi. Keep on enjoying so much that you get disgusted. It happens, na? When you enjoy something too much. 1 gulab jamun, wow. 2, ha. 3, wow. 4, 5, You can't hold it. After some time, no gulab jamun for next 12 days. So, one philosophy is like that. Keep on enjoying till you get frustrated. But But very beautifully this preacher, this devotee explained. Said, yes, you are right. If there is a small fire and if you put 2 kilo ghee, it's all right. But if it is an inferno, if the whole Mumbai city is on fire and you bring truckloads of ghee and try to pour them all together, compared to the inferno, where is that ghee? Similarly, the Maha Ashano, Maha Papma, Vidhi Enam Iha Vairinam. The greatest enemy is not outside. Who is an enemy? Your friend can be your enemy if his intention is to pull you down and degrade you. Even though he may come in the form of a friend. चल तेरे को मैं आज पिलाऊंगा, मैं दोस्त हूं तेरा, पैसा नहीं देने का, फ्री मेरी ओर से, till you get attached. Once you get, then you will do the needful. So the intention, Putana came very dressed up like a nursemaid. Even Yashoda Mai trusted Putana, thinking that, wow, she is a Brahmani, she is Sakshat Lakshmi Devi, she has come to bless my child. But her intention, it's like a sword, sharp sword, covered in a very beautiful silken or velvet cloth. Similarly, Kama, lust, comes as your friend. Here it is, enjoy. But then it's going to drag us. So, it is the greatest enemy, it is said. So, Rajoguna Samudbhava. It is born of Rajoguna, Rajas. So, when Kama is unfulfilled, it becomes Krodha. And when Kama is fulfilled, it becomes Lobha. It wants more, it wants more, it wants more. And that Lobha puts a person in Moha. A person becomes totally shameless. When a greedy person, sometimes somebody is giving some gift, you collect it. Then you are greedy. Again you stand in line. Again you take. Again. फ्री में दे रहा हूँ, ये तो थोड़ा लज्जा थोड़ा करो यार, 4 बार और थोड़ा. Greed sometimes makes a person totally shameless. Illusion, a person is totally, he can't see things as they are. Moha. And such a person, when they're like mother, he thinks this is the right thing and becomes intoxicated. Anyone who anything says becomes the source of his, or the object of his matsarya, envious. You're all envious. I'm enjoying so much, you don't like it, therefore you are telling me this. Matsarya. So the root cause of this is lust. Root cause is lust. Kamayesha, Krodhayesha, Rajoguna Samudbhava. Maha Ashano. It is all devouring sinful enemy. Maha Papma, and force you to commit the lowest kind of activities without even considering the consequences. Vidhi enam iha vairinam. Understand, Arjun, there is no other enemy. The enemy is not there. The enemy is within, whom we are being nourishing. We are, cultivating it, thinking it's our friend. And so therefore, Krishna is telling, Tasmad etat trayam tyajet. One should please give it up. Throw it out of the window. Don't embrace them. It's like a snake. You're trying to embrace them. Very dangerous. Throw it. And then he further says, Etair vimuktaha kaunteya Tamo dvaraistribhir naraha Acharatyatmana shreyas tato yati param gatim. The man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. Now, here Krishna is telling there are two paths. One goes hell, another goes to the supreme destination. Therefore, human life is called a junction. In railway you have a junction. Some big stations are called junction. Valsad Junction or Surat Junction. Not all stations are called junction. What's the difference between a station and a junction? Yeah? So many tracks are going here, there, everywhere. Yeah. Whereas in the simple stations, one-way track is there. Either yahan se wahan jao, wahan se yahan jao, bas. Don't know. But there are so many crosses like this. Trains are going like this. The tracks are going like this. So many are there. Which means a train stops and if they want to go back, the engine detaches, comes back, घुमा के आके फिर इधर पीछे लग के इधर से घुमा लेता. So junction means you have a choice where you can change the direction of where you are going. Human life is a junction. Lower species, not a junction. Lower species only one side. They are going up. Serving time, going up. Only in the human form of life, there is junction. And because there is a junction, there is choice. And because there is a choice, there is a responsibility. And because there is a responsibility, there needs to be knowledge of how to make the right choice. That is why scriptures are meant only for human beings. Scriptures are not meant for cats and dogs. Because scriptures tell us to make the right choice. There is a lower nature, the mode of passion and the mode of ignorance. They drag us down. And the mode of goodness is very elevating. Urdhvam gacchanti sattvastha. There is one urdhva gati and there is adho gati. So in the mode of goodness, it takes us up. In the mode of passion and ignorance, gradually takes you down. And therefore, if at all, etair vimuktaha kaunteya, the man who has escaped these three gates of hell, that means only in the human life there is a choice. Tamo dvarais tribhir naraha. Tamo dvaraihi. Mahat sevam dvaramahur vimukte tamo dvaram yoshitam sangi sangam. Kapil Muni tells his mother Devahuti, 3rd canto Bhagavatam, he said, Mahat sevam, serving the great souls, opens the door to liberation. Serving the great souls means when you are attached to the great souls. Because whomever you are attached to, you will serve them. So, Mahat Sevam, when you are attached to sadhus, when we are attached to saintly personalities, when we are attached to great personalities, Mahat Sevam, Dwaram Ahuhu Vimuktehe, it opens the door for liberation by their mercy. Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasadu. Whereas, Tamo Dwaram, same thing. Tamo Dwarai. Tamo Dwaram Yoshitam Sangi Sangam. Yoshita means woman. Now, woman doesn't mean, sometimes one lady in one program, Chembur program, she got onto my case. After the program, she came and said, you are, making discrimination against women. Why are you always talking women? I said, no. Object of sense gratification. For a woman it is a man, and for a man it's a woman. Here is an object which can give me enjoyment, that kind of an attachment. So tamodvaram, yoshitam, sangi sangam. Not that you directly get attached to a man. Somebody who's attached extremely to that kind of a person. And by associating, you become what you associate with. Sangi sangam. Somebody is a sangi and you get their sangha, you also get pulled in. So in this way, tamodvara is tribhir. These are the three gateways. One who is acharati atmanaha shreyaha. There are two words in Vedic literature. Shreyas and preyas. Anyone knows what is the difference between the two? Preyas and Shreyas. Preyas means instant benefit. And Shreyas means long-term ultimate benefit. Preyas means instant benefit. Just like, you know how they train dogs in police. Police dogs are there, sniffer dogs. You know how they train? They give the dog something, it comes closer. As soon as it does what is not what it is supposed to do, they take a very thick cardboard and hit it on the softest part of its body, that's the nose. See, as soon as you see, it runs away. And when it does whatever it's supposed to do, they feed it with they keep it hungry and they feed it something that it likes. So favorable activity is rewarded, unfavorable activity is instantly punished. Therefore the dogs, anything you see, it runs away. Runs away there. So he's trained and the dogs can't. If you tell the dog, you behave nice for 5 years and I'll get you a dog house. You can't understand. Instant, good action, instantly reward. Like children also, very young children. You do this, I'll give you a chocolate. Instantly you should give. You say, when you grow up, then they can't relate. That is called Shreyas. Instant benefit. So lust, anger, greed, etc. want instant benefit, instant gratification. Just like you have instant coffee, instant tea. You press the button, put the coin and instantly comes. So this is the instant gratification world that we are living today. In the mode of passion and ignorance, we want everything instantly. But in nature, things are not. If you put the seed, instantly I want that fruit. अरे और नारियल डाला यार 20 साल लगेगा, सरसों डालेगा तो 3 महीना लगेगा, गेहूं डालेगा तो 7 महीना लगेगा. पता नहीं, मुझे ठीक से नहीं मालूम. I am not a farmer. But even there, I'll put ISA fertilizer. I'll put this one. I'll inject something and make it ripe. Instantly. I want everything instantly. This is today's culture, today's civilization, predominantly in the mode of passion and ignorance. And we are reaping the consequence of it. People are not happy. But there is a natural way of getting things done. No, I want instantly. So this is preyas, instant. And shreyas, I don't care even if I have to undergo some difficulties now, but I want long-term benefit. That is intelligence. And this only human being can think. What is tapasya? What is the difference between difficulty and tapasya? Difficulty is when you don't want something and it happens to you. तकलीफ हो गया. और tapasya is voluntary acceptance of inconvenience now for long-term benefit. बेटा देखो परीक्षा आ रहा है, अभी टीवी मत देखो, बंद करके रखो, खेल कूद बंद करो, अभी पढ़ो, देखो छुट्टी मिलेगी उसके बाद तू खेलना आराम से 2 महीना. एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स व्हेन द रिजल्ट्स कम, you know the story of the grasshopper and the ant. Very, very small stories, but it was summer and the ant was working hard and the grasshopper was laughing at the ant. Foolish. Enjoy. Just look at me. Hopping all day. Keep hopping. Afterwards you'll be popping. And then the rainy days came and the ant was comfortably stored everything and enjoying. And the grasshopper, give me shelter. You can't give me because my hole is so small. You can't enter. Shivering, standing there. So this is Shreyas and Preyas. So, Acharati Atmanah Shreyah Tato Yati Param Gatim. Therefore, Tapo Divyam Putraka. Human life is meant for tapasya. What is tapasya? Voluntarily accepting inconvenience now for a long-term benefit, eternal benefit. One lifetime of little austerity, eternal life of bliss. And what is prayers? Khoda pahad nikli chuhiya. Mountainous effort and insignificant, tiny, fleeting, temporary, some kind of titillation of the senses. Costly. So in this way, that requires intelligence. Only human being can do this tapasya. You can't tell the other living entities to do this tapasya. They want to be immediately rewarded. Tato yati param gatim. Such a person can attain the supreme destination. Now, to attain this Shreyaha, what should one do? First, avoid the 3 gates of hell. Kamaha, Krodhaha, Tatha Lobhaha. You avoid that. How? Then he says, very simple. The first shloka, 23rd and 24th, there are 2 shlokas. 23rd shloka tells, he introduces the scripture now. These 2 shlokas are very, very important. Good for memorizing. It's very helpful in sharing, making our presentation or making our words more authentic and authoritative. How scriptures are so important. They play such an important role. So the first step, if you don't follow scriptures, what is the consequence? And text 24 says, if you follow the scriptures, what are the consequences? Yah shastra vidhim utsrujya vartate kamakaratah nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. Could we have light fan on, please? I am undergoing tapasya here. Difficulty. So, yaha shastra vidhim. Shastra contains, what is shastra? The word shastra comes from the root shas. Shas means to govern. Shasan. Shasan means government. Maharashtra Shasan. Maharashtra Rajya Shasan. Shasan means government. To govern. There are 2 ways to govern people. One way is shastra. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Show the stick. Don't do, you will be punished. And for those who are obedient, shastra, scriptural injunctions, rules and regulations. So if you're obedient, these are the things. You follow, you'll be benefited. Don't, you'll be punished. Shastra. That is what the kings would do. Those who broke the law will punished. Those who followed the law were rewarded. So, Shastra has two statements, two types of statements. Vidhi and Nishedha. Do's and don'ts. Prescriptions and prohibitions. Do this, don't do this. This is the time to do this. This is the time not to do this. So many injunctions are there. How to do things. How to eat. Scriptures say what to eat, what not to eat. When to eat, when not to eat. How to eat, how not to eat. Sleeping. When to sleep, when not to sleep. Mating. When to mate, when not to mate. Defending. How to defend, how not to defend. All our biological functions are governed by scriptures, vidhi. So scriptures clearly tell us this is the way to do things, this is the way not to do it. Nishedha. So, yaha shastra vidhim utsrujya. Discarding, disregarding, not bothering. Who cares? I don't care for scriptures. कौन दादी माँ का कुछ तो रूल बना के रखा है. I don't care. The laws of nature are very stringent. Suppose a man climbs on the 135th floor of a building and says, I don't care for the law of gravity. This is all grandma's story. I don't believe. And if he jumps, what's going to happen to him? You think he'll go up and not down? Eventually he'll go up. But initially he'll come down. So, yaha shastra vidhim utsrujya. The Creator has given the manual. He knows how this instrument functions, how his creation functions. So, yaha shastra vidhim utsrujya vartate lives kamakarataha, whimsically. I want what I want when I want. I'll do what I want however I want. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in all the rules and regulations. क्या है ये सब नियम बना के रखे? Be free. Just do it. You feel like it, just do it. This philosophy is there, you see. And just get the result then, be ready. So, whimsically acting, disregarding, discarding the scriptural injunctions. Then, nasa siddhim avapnoti. Siddhi means getting perfection or in whatever endeavor you have started. Hey, Siddhi Vinayak. He gives you Siddhi. Siddhi means achieving completion in the work, success of the work. Nasa siddhim avapnoti. He can never achieve perfection in that work. Nasukham. If he breaks the laws of nature and act against the laws, he will never be happy. Such a person can never be happy. Because the laws are so stringent. You may escape the state laws. You may escape the country's laws. You may escape the society's laws. You can't escape God's laws. It is described, the mills of God grind slowly but exceedingly fine. They are perfect. They are stringent. Whoever you are, even if you are Brahma, even if you are a demigod, the laws are laws. Birth, old age, disease and death, you can't escape. It applies to everyone. Rich or poor, highly placed or very simple person. Black or white or yellow or pink. Or what else? Brown. It doesn't care. I mean, it doesn't matter. Race, whichever race you belong, whichever caste you belong, whichever sex you belong. The laws are common to all. So, na sukham, such a person can never be happy. What to speak of param gati, the highest destination. You are a loser on all fronts. Your job is not completed. You're not happy within. Without, job was not successful. Within you are not happy. And the destination also you didn't achieve. So therefore, he's telling, be careful. Don't disregard the scriptures. Then what should you do? Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavasthito gyatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartumiharhasi. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. Tasmat, therefore, Arjuna, shastram pramanam te. So when you are doing something, why you are doing like this? Shastra says. ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हो? शास्त्र में ऐसा लिखा गया है. Shastra talks about the duties for social orders, for spiritual orders, and everyone has been given certain injunctions. Varnashrama dharma. In every varna and ashrama, there is dharma. It's like a fencing. You remain within that, you are safe. Otherwise, there is danger. So, karya, akarya. What is to be done, what is not to be done. What's to be accepted, what's to be avoided. What's helpful, what is harmful. What's beneficial, what is not. Vyavasthito, it is described. Gyatva shastra vidhanoktam. First and foremost, therefore, it is the duty of all parents to teach their children importance of following these things. Kind of a discipline. It is good for you. Of course, how it should be done, how you motivate them to follow this. The scriptures motivate in 4 ways. The lowest form of motivation is fear. Fear of poverty, fear of hell, fear of suffering, fear of disease, fear of shame, fear of degradation, fear of demotion. The lowest level is like that, in a mode of ignorance. In a mode of passion, dangle the carrot. This is the gain, this is the benefit, this is how you will be helped, these are the advantages you will gain. For the mode of passion, you have to dangle the carrot. If you do this, you get this. If you do this, you get this. Good. But for a person in the mode of goodness, the inspiration is duty. So much is being done for you. Can't you do this much? In the mode of goodness, they are not afraid of sins because they are living a pure life. You cannot tempt them because they are satisfied with whatever they have. Then the only way to motivate such people is duty. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have the right to perform your duty, not to expect the result thereof. And what is the satisfaction? The satisfaction, I performed my duty. Just now, one mother was talking to me. The son has gone wayward. attached so many kind of bad habits, and is neither able to support himself nor able to support others, and is borrowing money from everywhere and creating such a nuisance, and the mother is no more able to earn and support. So far she was supporting. Her only thing is, I'm not able to perform my duty properly. My responsibility, somehow I think I failed. That's their only anxiety. That is conscience. I'm supposed to do this. Oh, such and such a person. They have done so much for me. I should do something for them in turn. That's a sense of duty. And the highest motivation of all is love. Within love is contained all the other three motivations. In love, there is a fear. What is the fear? When you truly love someone, the fear is you don't want to do something that will displease the beloved. How can I do this? It will displease someone I love. I don't want them to feel hurt. My only fear is I shouldn't do this, that will hurt them. And what is the gain in love? Just the pleasure and satisfaction of the person whom I love. We see some family members working hard, sacrificing their whole existence just so that they bring back and offer everything at home, and if children and the wife and everything is happy, they are happy. That's their only gain. They are satisfied and happy. That's all. That's an expression of love. For the satisfaction of the beloved, doing anything. And in love also comes duty. So much has been given, I should reciprocate by doing. I can't repay that much, but I'll try. Whatever I can, something. And that is what is the ultimate goal of life of Shastra. Prema apumartho maha. But suppose you don't know that, don't worry. Even if you don't have that kind of love, we don't believe in God. Where is the question of loving God? ठीक है God. है भी, तो He is our order supplier. Whenever there is trouble, then only go to Him. घंटी बजाओ. No, Amitabh. कहाँ मैं कितना घंटी बजा रहा हूँ, सुनते नहीं तुम. At least better, if you don't go to your father, who else will the child go? Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukriti Arjuna. Krishna says 4 types of people. Pious people, they come to me. That's good. At least if you go to God, no problem. Because He is the supplier. He will supply even if you don't ask. Parents will supply food to the children. It's not that children has to every morning put an application. Breakfast मिलेगा क्या? Lunch के लिए अभी application डाला हूँ. 4 घंटे में लंच तैयार करके कृपया दे दीजिएगा. और डिनर का मैं शाम को एप्लीकेशन डाल दूंगा. अरे हम भूखा रहेंगे तेरे को खिलाएंगे. मूर्ख, इतना तेरे को क्यों टेंशन है? We have given you birth, we will take care of you. And the Lord takes care of everyone. The elephant to the ant. Their capacity is different. But He supplies. So, highest is of Shastra is to love unconditional. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Yogakshemam vahamyam. I'll take care, don't worry. But if you don't have love, don't worry. According to your whichever level you are, at least fear the consequence and follow the scriptures. At least see what are the benefits for you. You will get siddhim, sukham, param gatim. इसलिए तो कर बेटा. थोड़ा तो फॉलो कर रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस. नहीं तो देख हालत होगा तेरा. एंड इफ इट इज मोर एडवांस है तो कर्तव्य के रूप में करो ना यार, इतना तो करो. Responsibility. For a very cultured person, that responsibility hangs on the head. Oh, How can I not do? I have to do this. I've been given this responsibility. So, in this way, Krishna is telling, in conclusion, in this particular chapter, Krishna defines the demoniac and the divine. What is the difference? Main difference is one follows the scriptures, the divine follow the scriptures, and the demoniac discard and disregard the scriptures. They don't even care about God. Even if God exists, I don't care. That is asura. They want to kill God, they want to become God. They don't care. If they don't believe in God, where is the question of following the laws of God? Secondly, divine means predominantly in the mode of goodness, sattvic guna. Whereas demoniac means basically predominantly in the mode of passion and ignorance. And allowing that nature to take over their lives. And therefore, to help them gradually elevate, the scriptures are there. There are different shlokas for different folks in the scripture. For those who are very attached, you can't give up. Don't worry. Yes, some people are smoking. They are like heavy chain smokers. They are told, ठीक है ना, 20 पीते हो ना, 18 करो यार कल से, उसको फिर 17 करो, उसको बाद 15 करो, उसके बाद 10 करो, उसके बाद 2 करो, उसके बाद मत करो. Gradually. Unless there is such a transformation that completely it happens. Powerful transformation can take place only in the association of very, very great personalities. Narada Muni contacted with Mrigari, who was a cruel, hard-hearted, ruthless killer of animals. Half killed them, seeing them suffering, he used to find happiness. But by the association of Narada, in a very short time, he became such a super sensitive, compassionate, loving devotee that even an ant he didn't want to hurt. Nobody taught him Bhagavad Gita. He never came to Tuesday program or Monday program. In Bhaktivedanta Hospital, 5th floor. It never says like that. He attended a satsang program of Narada Muni, every weekly program. He just heard it and there was a powerful transformation. Haridas Thakur, that prostitute, instant, and she became such. Can you imagine? She met Haridas Thakur for 3 nights. And in 3 nights she had such a powerful transformation. She started chanting 3 lakh names a day, 192 rounds for the rest of her life. She left everything, distributed all that wealth, shaved her head and came and sat there. And if something came by Lord's grace, she would eat. Otherwise, she would fast. That's how she controlled her senses. She became such a powerful Vaishnavi. It doesn't say that she was regularly sending mails of her sadhana chart, Hare Krishna, to Narada Muni. आजकल थोड़ा साधना डाउन है, थोड़ा संग नहीं है. आप एक सेमिनार ले लो होली नेम का. She was chanting 3 lakh names throughout. I spoke about sadhana and even the computer went, hang हो गया इसका भी. So there is such kind of a transformation. That may not be possible. If it is, wonderful. Like Prabhupada. Imagine these hippies became happies within a short time. This is the power of great saintly personalities. They carry such strong, powerful mercy. It's like 5,000 volts, लगा तो, of course, it has to be a receptive kind of, क्या बोलते हैं, conductor of electricity, not an insulator. If you remain insulator, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, की फर्क पहनता है, कुछ नहीं, तुम बोलते रहो, मैं करते रहूंगा. But if they are supreme conductor, pranipatena, pariprashnena, sevaya, 3 qualifications: attentiveness, inquisitiveness, and sincerity of service. There is a Western author who wrote a very interesting statement. Where is the knowledge we have lost in information? And where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? Understand? There is information. From information you have to extract the knowledge, and from knowledge you have to extract wisdom. जैसा दूध है, दूध में से मक्खन बना, उसमें से घी बना, इतना घी. So इतना इंफॉर्मेशन में से इतना नॉलेज, उसको उबाल उबाल के विजडम निकालने का. So Guru has all the wisdom. The disciple should know how to extract. First of all, get the information from the Guru. And for that, pranipatena. Unless there is respect for the Guru, you can't even get the information. Because out of respect is born attention. You are very attentive when you are respectful to someone. If I don't respect you, I won't listen to you properly. I won't even care to hear you or to speak of listening carefully. So that's why the first qualification of a good disciple is respect for the spiritual master. If they don't have respect, then they won't even listen. So listen to the information. But ये दीवाल काला है, बोलो बच्चों, ये दीवाल काला है. क्यों काला है? गुरुजी आपने बोला इसीलिए काला. गधे, सफेद नहीं दिख रहा, दिख तो रहा है, तो काला मैं हूं क्यों बोला? आपने बोला. Inquisitiveness. If something doesn't, sorry, please hold on. You're saying it is black? I see it is white. This is what Arjuna asked. Krishna said, Imam Vivaswati, in the 4th chapter beginning, Krishna said, I gave it to sun god Vivaswan. He said, wait, Prabhuji, Haribol. Krishna, 1 minute. You gave it to sun god millions of years ago? You are my contemporary. You are 8 months older than me. That's all. 4 months older than me. How can I believe that you gave to sun god millions of years ago? He was inquisitive. Parikshit Maharaj was sharp. He was inquisitive. He wasn't accepting simply black and white everything. He was hearing. Hey, wait 1 second. You told like this, but doesn't make sense. So from the information to extract knowledge, you have to have inquisitiveness. So pranipatena, respect, humility, and pariprashnena, inquisitiveness, to ask, to clarify. Because unless you are convinced, you won't be inspired to follow that instruction. You have to be convinced that I have heard it right, I have understood it right. So for that you have to inquire. Pariprashnena. And after understanding it, it's not that I understood and I understood. I just stood there, understanding it. No. Sevaya. Sincerely, to the best of one's ability, try to put it to practice. And if you fail, come and ask again. You told me I did it. काम नहीं कर रहा है प्रभु जी, कुछ करो. क्या किया तूने? नहीं, आपने बोला खिचड़ी को रखने के लिए, तो राइस को रखा, फिर पानी डाला, फिर ये डाला, और बोला 15 मिनट देखो. 15 मिनट देखा मैं, कुछ नहीं हुआ. अच्छा, किचन में आके देखा, आग नहीं लगाया तूने? ओ अच्छा, आग भी लगाने का, हाँ गैस चालू करने का, खिचड़ी बनेगा कैसा? उसमें लिखा नहीं था मैन्युअल में. उतना कॉमन सेंस मेरे को साथ तुझे मालूम है? नहीं, मैं ना स्ट्रिक्ट फॉलोअर हूं, जो आप बोलते हो ना उतना ही करता हूं. ऐसा नहीं चलता. सो कॉमन सेंस. नीति शास्त्र says, यस्य नास्ति स्वयं प्रज्ञा शास्त्रम तस्य करोति किम लोचनाभ्याम विहीनस्य दर्पण किम करिष्यति। यस्य नास्ति स्वयं प्रज्ञा, जिसको कॉमन सेंस ही नहीं है, मोस्ट अनकॉमनली फाउंड, शास्त्रम तस्य करोति किम, इतना सब शास्त्र लेके क्या फायदा। लोचनाभ्याम भी, जिसके आंख ही नहीं है, फर्स्ट क्लास मिरर ला के सामने रखा है, देख बेटा क्या देखता है, आंख ही नहीं है तेरा, तो मिरर का क्या लाभ, आईने का क्या लाभ। जिसका कॉमन सेंस ही नहीं है, शास्त्र का क्या लाभ। You have to have common sense. So, pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Such a person is able to extract the essence of the conclusion. And what is the essence? The essence is very simple. Vedaischa sarvair ahameva vedyo. By all the Vedas, am I to be known, Arjun? Sambandha abhideya prayojan. Bhagavan sambandha bhakti abhideya hoy. Prema prayojana vede tina vastu koy. In all the Vedas, only three things are there, that's all. The purpose of all scriptures. First, who is God? Who are you? Sambandha, your relationship. Number two, abhideya, how to revive that lost relationship. Number three, why to revive that relationship? To develop love for him. When love comes in the heart, then lust goes away. What is lust? Which is the root cause of all this trouble. Atmendriya priti vancha tare boli kam, Krishnendriya priti ichha dhare prem naam. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita defines actually love and lust. They look the same. They exactly look the same. For the beloved, a person is going mad, ready to do anything, ready to jump from the building, ready to become shameless. A lusty man also does that. And a lover of God also does that. He doesn't care what the world thinks. He will pursue to please his beloved. Meera was like that. She didn't care what people thought. She said, Kya wo? What is that song? Mere to giridhar gopal, dusaro na koi. Are Rana ji kuch bhi kaya. I don't care. Let the world say anything. I want to please him. I love him. Love is like that. Lust is also exactly the same. Only thing is, one is a mirror reflection, one is a reality. Atmendriya priti vancha. The center of lust, when love becomes very, very selfish and self-centered. I want what I want when I want. And to get it, I will cut anyone's throat. I will hurt anyone. I'll displease anyone. I don't care as long as I get what I want. That is very concentrated, focused love only on the self. I love myself. To love means to serve, and to serve means to please. Because I love myself, I want to serve myself, and I want to please myself. And to please myself, I don't care if others are displeased. But the same love, when it is from restricted, concentrated, it becomes to the family. And when you love your family, you sacrifice for their pleasure, satisfaction. Then it goes to the community. Then it goes to the country. I love my country. I sacrifice. Shaheed ho gaya. Then it goes to humanity. And then it goes to the root. And that is Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. When you water the root of the tree, every part of the tree is nourished. And the source of everything is God. Krishnendriya priti ichha dhare premanam. When the love is focused on satisfying my own senses, it is lust. And when it is focused on satisfying the senses of Krishna, that becomes love. That is why, if you read the last statement, right? They recommend a regulated lifestyle by which one can easily transform selfishness to selflessness. What is selflessness? Think of your Self less and think of others more. Selfless. And from lust to love. And from quarrel. Basically, selfishness means greed. And selflessness is more charitable. Dena, dena, dena. Greedy means lena, lena, lena. And selflessness means dena, dena. देने में आनंद लेना. लो पर आनंद लो. किस में? देने में. So, lobha. And then kama. From kama it turns to prema. From lobha it turns to daya and tyaga. And from quarrel, because of anger you quarrel, to cooperation. Understand, God is not my enemy. He is my friend. Therefore, I cooperate with him. He is doing so much, I'll cooperate with him. Like that. So, in this way, this is the conclusion of the 16th chapter. Now, the 16th chapter continued from the 15th chapter of the perverted reflection, inverted reflection of the spiritual world called the material world. And in the material world, there were so many branches. Some branches going up, some branches going down. Some branches going up were those the divine qualities that was discussed in the 16th chapter. And some branches which are taking you down in the reflection, that is the mode of passion and ignorance, that is the demoniac quality. Now, 17th chapter, which is continuing the 16th chapter, begins with Arjuna asking Krishna a very interesting question that I am going to ask you and ask you to answer it. Let me see who will answer it. You are all ready? So Krishna, Arjuna says, you told दो भूत सर्गौ लोकेस्मिन, है कि नहीं? दो ही लोग हैं, दैव आसुर. देवता कौन है? Who is a divine person? Follows scriptures. And demoniac कौन है? Disregards scriptures. Krishna, I have one question. Somebody knows scriptures. Somebody has memorized all the scriptures. But they don't care about the scripture. They are not diligently following it. They understand. They know the scripture. They can quote verses. They have memorized everything. They have understood the scriptures also. But they don't care to follow it. At the same time, they don't disregard. They have their own faith. They may worship their own gods that they have created. They worship some man as God and start. They are also worshipping. Not according to the scripture, but they are worshipping. They have some faith. But the faith is not in the systematic following of scriptures. उनका क्या होगा? वो डीमन भी नहीं है और वो पूरा डिवाइन भी नहीं है. वो क्या हालत होगा? उनका क्या हालत होगा? Will they ever reach the Param Gati? Will they ever get purified? Sometimes we see in this world, so many people worship so many people, so-called, leaders of spiritual cults sometimes. Sometimes they worship ghosts and all kinds of things. Sometimes they worship some kind of, so many objects. They have some faith. They have their own rules. I know some people, they have made their own rules. कुछ भी हो जाए, मैं जाऊंगा, 10 चक्कर ऐसा मारूंगा, 3 चक्कर ऐसा मारूंगा, उसके बाद 3 बार झुकूंगा, आ जाऊंगा. किसने बोला? नहीं, मेरे मन में ऐसा आया. But they are strictly following it. They have faith. करते रहूंगा मैं. It is not as per the scriptures, but they have faith. They are not totally demoniac. What do you say? What is their destination? क्या होगा उनका? प्रभु जी, क्या होगा? Yes.
Are eventually going to follow the right path.
Eventually they'll follow the right path.
Yes, there are some on that path. They are definitely going to be blessed with divine people like you, who would be able, who would be able to guide them that yes, ये सही है, ये जो आप कर रहे थे वो गलत है, ये सही है. They would be able to do the.
Sandeep Prabhu is very compassionate
No, it's
and giving lot of concession to those people. हाँ कभी ना कभी एक दिन आएगा.
हाँ आएंगे. I have full faith on that.
आपके मुंह में शक्कर. Yes, that's what Krishna confirms. That means you have understood the 16th chapter so well that you have almost grasped the essence of the 17th also. Very good. So I think we will go to the 18th chapter next time, because 17th has been superbly summarized by our Sandeep Prabhu. चलेगा 18 में जाएंगे. We have saved so many classes.
I missed too.
Yeah, so that question will be taken up by Krishna in the 17th chapter. Krishna is going to speak on different types of faith. Faith in the mode of goodness, faith in the mode of passion, faith in the mode of ignorance. What happens for a person who has faith in so many other things, not scriptural, but still there is some faith. What happens to them? That will be the discussion. So we'll conclude here. Thank you very much. One or two questions? Yep. Can we pass the mic to Mataji there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, last whole week I was disturbed with the same question, the question which you asked. And the answer which Prabhuji said, the same thing I was thinking, that maybe they are just going through so many different scriptures and reading so many things. But how to convince these people, like, you need to, follow certain dharma or shastra, and not to get involved in so many things. Whatever comes to you, you read, and you try to say, like, this has not to be done here, or no, this words should be not be mentioned in the scriptures. How to convince these people? For example, Prabhupada says dog in the Bhagavatam. If you are saying, I am this, you are not a god, you are a dog, right? There are many words, which materialistic people don't take it the way we take. And how to convince such people?
Therefore, it is said, if you want to understand scripture, learn at the feet of a guru.
Yes, but they are not in that position now. They are passionate, they are in the passion.
So, whatever level of faith they have, try to encourage them to follow at least that.
I am just asking that only, like how to encourage these people.
Yeah. By hearing them, and wherever you see the element, whatever element of commonality to the essence, something is common, that part you emphasize. Sometimes I meet total newcomer and they start speaking about so many things. But whenever I hear them speaking something that is in alignment with the conclusion of scriptures, I pick up that, because Prabhupada did that. He said, yes, that's good. That's what we also believe. He went to Moscow. He met a professor. Fully, he said, after death there is nothing, no existence. Totally atheistic. To that professor he was talking, and he said, yeah, you follow a leader, Lenin, we follow a leader, Krishna. Both have some common. We are also following a leader. Our leader is Krishna. Nityo Nityanam Chetana. And from there he began. Depending on the person's level. Help him get fixed up in that, and if he is receptive, help him to go to the next one notch up. That's all. If he is standing on the lowest staircase, tell him to go to the next one, and inspire him, encourage him to come to the next staircase. That's all. If he is refusing to go to the lift, if he comes to the lift, wonderful. But if he is not, at least inspire him to go to the next. Because Krishna says, I have given that faith. to him. At least don't disturb that faith. Sometimes in very immaturely, thinking ourselves very exalted because the philosophy we know, sometimes we, whatever that person is doing, we shake that person's faith, and we are not able to establish the faith in what we are giving, and therefore that person's neither has faith in what he had before nor here. Ghar ka na ghat ka. At least we should not do that. If someone is doing something, okay, cha, very nice. If he's receptive, encourage them to go on one level. And if not, theek hai, very nice. There's one person I know, is a follower of Devi, and he stays in one very close to one railway station. For his whole life practically, one service he does is he takes water, and as soon as the railway, he's staying in the north, it is very hot in the summer. So when the train stops, he and his family, they go personally, very cool scented water, khas, they put khas. It is so relieving. And he says, this is Mata Rani ne mujhe ye agya diya hai. And he does this. And one devotee was telling him, this is all nonsense, this is all superficial work, bhakti karo. And that fellow was extremely disturbed. So they both came to me. And wow, amazing, I could never do that, you're doing it. Please do it. And he was very inspired, he went away. Then this person, क्या प्रभु जी आप उसको मंडेन फिलैंथ्रोपी वर्क में फंसा दिए और भक्ति कहाँ करेगा, वो बूढ़ा हो रहा है अभी, वो तो फिर क्या बनेगा क्या मालूम. I told him, whatever he is doing is encouraged. Add whatever little you can. If you can't, don't discourage him from what he is doing. So it requires some amount of maturity, some kind of broad-mindedness. Broad-mindedness means to accommodate all levels of people, and maturity means to know how to respect them, how to inspire them, how to encourage them to go higher and higher gradually, whatever they can take, how much ever they can take. Krishna does this in the 12th chapter. Please read 12th chapter, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th verse. Please read this. 12th chapter, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th verse. Krishna says, highest is this. You can't do this, do this. You can't do this, do this. You can't do this, at least do this, Baba. You can't do that. Itna to kar kam se kam. He is so accommodative. Krishna accommodates everyone. Thoda faith bhi dikhaya, to Krishna encourages. One time, one fellow was worshipping Vishnu for some result. And he did not get the result. He तंग आ गया. मैं बोला इतने महीने से मैं आपको अगरबत्ती दिखा रहा हूं, हाँ कुछ करते नहीं है. Though he got one picture of one demigod. अब बोला तेरे सामने ही इनका पूजा करूंगा, छोड़ दिया तेरे को. And he started offering क्या बोलते हैं, अगरबत्ती. And he kept the agarbatti. And after offering to this person, and he kept the agarbatti, then the window was open and the breeze came, and all the fragrance was going into Vishnu, towards Vishnu. He said, hey, he took 2 cotton balls and put it inside the nose of Vishnu. Vishnu's deity was there. He said, तेरे को नहीं आना चाहिए. As soon as he put cotton ball in the nose of Vishnu, Vishnu appeared. Shankara Chakra. I said, I am extremely pleased. What do you want? I will give you any benediction. He was shocked. 6 महीने से घिस के पूजा कर रहा हूं, आया नहीं. अभी नाक में रुई डाला तो कैसे आ गया? You have faith that I am a person and I am getting the fragrance. इतना faith कई भक्तों में नहीं है. उनको लगता है कि पत्थर की मूर्ति हूं मैं. तेरे को इतना तो विश्वास है, मेरे नाक है और मैं सूंघता. कृष्ण was so pleased. अरे इसको इतना विश्वास है, पत्थर की मूर्ति नहीं समझता मेरे को. It's like a mother. She loves the child. कैसा भी child, कितना काला कलूटा हो, लंगड़ा लुल्ला जैसा, मेरा बच्चा है. And even he says, kitna sweet bolta. You can't understand what he is telling, but still, उसने actually Krishna बोला. क्या क्या? हाँ Krishna बोला. Because there is love, whatever he does is so pleasing. इतना बोला तो इतना समझ के ले लेती हो. So that's love. So Krishna is, बेचारे मर रहे हैं conditioned souls. थोड़ा कुछ किया, चल बेटा आजा. It's like that. So we just encourage whoever, wherever they are, encourage them to move further. According to whatever their capacity to accept is, give them and inspire them and encourage them to move ahead. Rather than holier than that, you are holy, we are the best. You may be the best, but if this is the way you deal, so we don't want the best. If this is the end product of best, being the best. So we have to deal with every situation maturely. Alright?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.